Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Cirilla. Welcome to the Renewed Roots channel. On this channel, I am updating you on my locks that I installed myself by interlocking all the way through. I did this about 8 months ago, just over 8 months ago. I put these in, and I have not updated since my 4-month mark. So at least here on YouTube. I did update on Instagram, so sometimes I will update over there. And if you want to go back and see my previous posts, then please check out Renewed Roots on Instagram. Okay, so basically, time is flying, but at the same time, it's not. It feels like an eternity since I filmed. However, it feels like a long time that I've had these locks as well. I guess 8 months is a long time. But anyway, right now what I feel, first of all, they're dry. I haven't spritzed them yet. Normally I spritz them with an infusion of some kind. So usually I do like a rosemary and horsetail infusion into distilled water, and I use that and some essential oils like peppermint in order to, help the scalp out, and also a little bit of vanilla for the smell. But I find rosemary smells really good too. And okay, so that's what I usually use. But today, all I have is some distilled water and a little vanilla and peppermint in there to refresh my hair. So I'm going to be doing that as I update you. So changes in my hair, I have noticed that they're a little bit more defined. I don't know if you can tell, but they're slightly more defined. Especially here, you can tell from previous videos, they used to be really fluffy and puffy and, quite frizzy. They still are, but I like the frizz. It just means that, maybe they're getting thicker or something. I don't know. It's just part of the process, so I don't really hate any of it. My hair shrinks quite a bit, and so that's why, it's grown a little bit, but I really don't expect it to, because I know my hair, it shrinks quite a bit. So any growth that happens, once I retighten, it shrinks back up again. Okay, so changes that I've made so far in my journey are basically my shampoo is the biggest one. I have been changing it a lot. Let's see, what have I done so far? So the first shampoo that I ever used was that Giovanni one that I showed in my, I believe it was my 1-month update. And then I also made my own black soap shampoo, which is what I resort to when I'm out of shampoo as well. And I might go back to it in the future. You just have to plan a lot in advance when you're making it, because it has to melt and all that. It still is very nice though if you want a deep clean. And then I moved to these shampoo bars it was like a soap bar that we made from scratch. The lady said it was great. It was a great recipe for head to toe, and it worked for my face, so I tried it on my hair. And I actually got a pretty decent cleanse out of it. It's just that working with solid bars is really hard with locks. I don't really want soap to be stuck anywhere. I want it all to be liquid, so I've stopped doing that. Oh, and then I used another shampoo that was like a scented shampoo. I really don't like artificial scents, so that was once only, and it actually didn't even lather that well. So I stopped that. I think it was by Attitude or something. They're like this cruelty-free shampoo brand. Anyway, instead I went and picked up this, and I love it. If you know me, I like herbal things. Anything that has a benefit, I like to put in my hair. And so even with shampoo, you can still have ingredients that are helpful. So this one has, it does have that hemp oil in there. The first ingredient is aloe leaf juice. Now, I have a comment about aloe. But anyway, this has aloe leaf juice as the first ingredient, then water, and then it does have glycerin as one of the top ingredients in here. And so the good thing is that here where I live in the winter months, it's actually quite more moist in the air, like more humid in the air. And in the summer it's dry. So this should be good for me during the winter months. And then, yeah, it's got that hemp seed oil, it's got vitamin C, hemp culture extract, it's got avocado oil, hydrolyzed rice protein, cocoa butter, shea butter, vitamin E, and then it's got scents. So the scents are all natural, they're organic, and they're, you know, basil, patchouli, peppermint, and yeah, I just really love those scents. I tried their lotion before and I couldn't get enough of it, and so when I saw this as a shampoo, I really liked it. And it was expensive, so I was a little hesitant. However, I only used a tiny little bit, like maybe that much. How many mil was that? I believe it was like 10 or 20, I don't know how much it was, but it was so little and it cleaned my scalp twice, and I could have done a third time, mixed in water, and it was so good. So I'm really happy with this. My hair smells really good, and I'll be sticking with that until I'm done with the bottle. Other than that, okay, my retightening schedule. My retightening schedule has been, I was able to, I think about the 6-month mark, 6 or 7, I was able to push it to 8 weeks between retightenings. I do want to stretch it out just because I know retightening too frequently can have, some detrimental effects on your locks. So I did want to stretch that out. So in the beginning, it was really hard to go that 8 weeks because my hair was so frizzy, and it really actually still is at the base. I just have, it reminds me like a forest, like you have the trees and then you have like like ferns all around. Like that's how it feels on my scalp, like just undergrowth. And so it's really hard to maintain any sort of semblance to my original grid pattern. But I'm really not concerned about it. I've grown to realize that I actually don't like the freshly retightened look. I don't like it. And I don't think it serves me well as someone with fine hair. I don't think it's adding anything. It just makes my hair look a little flat, so I really don't care for that look. However, it is kind of nice to know that all the hairs are in place and my locks aren't thinning. So anyway, I said all that to say that I still would like to keep the 8-week retightening schedule. However, lately I've been kind of breaking it and going 6 to 7 weeks, only because it just takes way too long, and I don't want to keep popping my locks and having to use my tiny little scissors to cut the little hairs, because I feel like that is adding to the undergrowth. Like once those little hairs are retightened throughout the month, as I shampoo, they just slip out of the lock, and so they just make the problem worse. So what I've now how I've resolved that is that I am retightening just maybe a week or two earlier, and then not retightening too tight. So making sure it's a little loose, just one rotation less. And I think that's helping. I don't get any pain from retightening. I don't think you should. I think, we all got this hairstyle, or this, we all made this choice because we want our hair to be free to do what it wants. At least that's why I got it. And so yeah, that's what I've been doing. So let me just show you my hair, how it's doing. Spritz it a little bit more. So like I said, it's grown a little bit, and it has gotten a little bit more defined. Oh, and my edges, what I've been doing, you might notice that they're quite fuzzy around here. That's on purpose. I got a little obsessed with looking at them too much and worrying about them. So what I do now is I don't worry about them. I just leave them be. And I'll show you my hair now. I still use my oil mixture, my herbal oil, and I add a little bit of castor oil in there too. And I only use it on my edges, and it just soaks it right up. I'm loving that. And I do believe my hair is growing back really strong, like a lot fuller than it used to be. Yeah, and that's, I think, is thanks to my oil, but also thanks to leaving it alone and not worrying too much about it. Yeah, okay, so I'll give you a quick look at my hair. Lately I've been wearing it all to one side like this. If you recall, I used to mostly part it here and, you know, wear it this way, but given that this is, the corners here are kind of my sore spots, I switched to the other side, and then I realized I just need to, you know, leave those areas alone, and so I usually just take it all to one side. Okay, so here's the front. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, here's the front. Into the side. And back. And here's the side, the other side. And I'm about 3 weeks post a retightening, so not too bad. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for keeping up with me. And yeah, just be sure to subscribe if you haven't. I will be uploading more and, you know, updating, because I do find these valuable even for myself. Like, I'm here walking around saying there's no real big difference, but, you know, even looking back at my previous footage, I'm like, wow, it really does change. You just don't see it day to day, but you do see it when you look back. So I do encourage you, if you're not recording yourself, if you're on this journey, please do. It's really good. It's a good motivator. So yeah, well, take care, and please check out my Instagram if you haven't as well. All right, have a good one. Bye.